Hello, 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 hello. Am I audible, guys? Okay, so I think it is started. Let me just double check. You know, by going to my own channel. It is to code. Here it is. Right, and let's see if everything is working or not. Yeah, I guess it is working. And let's see if everything is working or not. Yeah, it is working. So today we'll be solving this question first, right? And after it we'll solve this right in the next video or in the next live stream. First question is majority element, right? So our approach will be, first we'll try to solve you know brute force approach, then we'll try to think a little uh, uh, good or little good in terms of time and space complexity, right? Whatever, if we see any improvements, right? Okay, so first question, what does it say? It says, given an array nums of size n, return the majority element, right? Majority element. Okay. The majority element is the element that appears more than, right? More than n by 2. Hmm. That appears more than n by 2. Okay, so we are not, it is not asking to um, find the element which is, I mean, majority element, right? I mean, technically it is, but also it also checks that it should be, greater than n by 2. Hmm. So if, right, so wait, JavaScript online compiler. So basically the question says that the majority that element we find should be greater than n by 2. So let's say the length of the size of the array is maybe 7, then divided by 2, it should be 3, right? I mean, obviously it will be better. I should not, I shouldn't have added this, but yeah, I shouldn't have added this, yeah. So okay, so it should be greater than 3, right? Not even equal to 3. Okay, okay, okay. You may assume that the majority element always exists in the array. Okay, so we need not to worry about the cases where what if the majority element does not exist, right? So it's a good thing for us. Okay, so now it says the array length is 3, and if we divide the 3 by 2, uh, it is somewhere around 1 point something, right? So 3 by 2, it says 1.5, right? So what is this? Okay, so yeah, here I was getting the title of this video and the description, and also I made the thumbnail for this video. But yeah, that's right. So yeah, okay, so it is greater than 1.5, which is basically 2. So the answer is 3, right? Okay, and here if you see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, if we divide 2 by 3, it means it would be if we divide 7, 3 3 6 and plus 7, 7 by 2, which means 3.5. The majority is 2, 1 2 3 4, which is greater than 3.5, right? So the answer is 2. Okay. And also we have to basically care about this case as well, right? Let's say the array is 4, let's say the length of the array is, you know maybe 5, so 1 2 2 3 3, right? It's a 6. So if you see over here, there is no majority element which is greater than n by 2, right? Because n, what is n? 1 2 3 4 5, right? If we divide 5 by 2, it gives me 2.5, right? So none of the element is greater than 2.5, right? So we also have to take care of this test case as well. And let's move further. And what is this? None n equals nums dot length. I didn't understand this concept. I don't know. Hmm. I really did not understand this. I mean, I do understand that n is equals to the nums, which is the length of the array, which always, I guess, it's true. I mean, why it is even there, right? Okay, but no problem. We'll move further. What is n? And n is definitely 1, which means there will always be there will always be a element, right? And if it says that n is always start from the 1, which means, right? Which means it could be this, right? And the it says that n divided by 2. I don't know if I yeah, let's move and see if I'm correct or not. And which means right, which means console dot logs to it, maybe, what should I say, maybe 1 divided by 2, right? 2.5 there. So 1, okay, so answer is going to be 1 itself, right? Because it is greater than 1, right? Because 1 is the only element which is there and greater than 0.5, because the question itself says the majority element should be greater than and divided by 2 times. Okay. That's a nice, good. That's a nice one. Could you solve the problem in linear time and in one space? Oh, it is asking. Hmm. Okay. So linear time, which means it says that solve this, solve this, solve this problem in big O of n in terms of TC, which means time complexity. Solve this in big O of n, and you'll occupy 0 space, which means the space complexity is going to be constant only, right? Okay, no problem, no problem. We'll think about it, because yeah, we'll definitely think about it. Okay, yeah, okay. So here's the question here. This question says, yeah, we have read the question. I just need to, sure. I just need to understand this question. The question about, the constraint. This question constraint. So what I'll do is I'll just give the question to the chat GPT, right, and ask it to make me understand this question. Can you help me in understanding the question, if I understood correctly or not, right? Oh, very good. Can you help me in understanding this question? And remember, I do not want solution, because it by default gives me the solution, so I do not want it. Remember, I don't want any solution. Just want to understand. Want to understand. Want to understand the question. Let's see what it says. Oh yeah, but ठीक है, तो भाई चलो क्वेश्चन को लाइन बाय लाइन समझते हैं, फिर सॉल्यूशन दिए, फिर बिना सॉल्यूशन दिए सिर्फ इंट्यूशन क्लियर करते हैं। इंट्यूशन, ओके। गिवन एन एरे, given an array nums of size n, return the majority element. The majority element is the element that appears more than n divided by, okay, यानी n divided by 2 का मतलब है n को 2 से डिवाइड करो और फ्लोर ले लो। Okay, okay, okay. I was taking the 0.5 as well, but okay, that's okay. We at least know something. We now know at least okay. We now know something at least, right? Okay. So decimal हटा दो, बस integer part. Okay. Math.for we have a function which is inbuilt. Okay. अगर array का length equal है तो majority element वो होगा जो n/2 से ज़्यादा बार आया हो। Okay, okay. So now I have to understand that array length. What do you mean by array length is if the array length is equal to the n? By default, don't you think, guys, that the n, which is also known as the length of the array, by default it is I mean, in every question, so whatever I have solved, I saw that the array length itself is equal to n, right? I don't know, I don't understand this, but yeah, let's see. Okay, so length of the array is equal to 2, so n by divided by 2 is, which is 1. Okay, so majority element में इसको एक एलिमेंट कम से कम 2 बार आना चाहिए। एंड हियर सेज कि भाई 3 जो है 2 बार अपीयर है, तो मेजॉरिटी एलिमेंट 3 है। ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम। लेंथ हियर 7, ओके, आई नो दैट, so it should be 2 3 6, so which means must appear at least 4 times, because the and divided by 2, that becomes floor, right? And which is 3. 2 appears 4 times, yeah, we have already saw this. You may assume that the majority element always exists in the array. इसका मतलब तो कोड लिखते वक्त चेक नहीं करेगा कि कोई मेजॉरिटी एलिमेंट एग्जिस्ट करता भी है। Oh yeah, I know that. So constraint. Now it's a important part. So uh, and then this statement, large input to an efficient solution चाहिए। Nums of I. Yeah, I mean element could be negative, so no reason. Follow up. No need to solve, just understand. Could you solve problem in कोई एक्स्ट्रा एरर, हैशमैप फ्रीक्वेंसी एरर यूज नहीं करना। बट टू बी फ्रैंक दी तू बस बोल दे भाई, अगर कोई लाइन कैसे, अगर नहीं है क्या बात करूँ। बस एक चीज़ मुझे समझ नहीं आई कि दिस थिंग हाउ I don't understand this, that how nums dot length, I mean, why it says like this? Don't you think n itself is a length of the array? Yeah, this is what my question is. Why तो तू 100% सही सोच रहा है और तेरा डाउट जेन्युइन और लॉजिकल है यार। तेरा डाउट ये है, अगर क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी बोल रहा है एरे ऑफ सिंगल साइज है, तो फिर से एरे ऑफ क्यों लिखे? क्या ये रिपीट हो गया? शॉर्ट आंसर हाँ भाई। एन इक्वल इक्वल ये लाइन एक कंस्टेंट है, और हाँ ये बेसिकली रिपीट ही लगता है, लेकिन इसका मकसद थोड़ा और स्पेसिफिक होता है प्रोग्रामिंग प्रॉब्लम्स में। ओके, long explanations. Why do they say this? Clarity for the code writers. जब क्वेश्चन बोलता है गिवन एन एरे nums of size n, तो वो सिर्फ सेंटेंस में n इंट्रोड्यूस करता है। ओके, लेकिन n की वैल्यू क्या है, n इक्वल्स टू nums डॉट लेट लिखते वो क्लियरली डिफाइन करता है। ओके, n का मतलब है, हाँ आई नो दस, यानी तू अगर नम्स ऑफ डॉट लेंथ लिखे, नो अंडरस्टैंड, लिखे जेएस में, तो n वही है। Yeah, I know this. But I, I mean, why do you really need to, I mean, specifically um, define here, right? But my question is, but why? My question is, why do we really, you know, need to define this? I love, going in deep a little nowadays, basically, lately. So yeah. तेरा सवाल, अगर n ऑलरेडी एरे का साइज है तो फिर n को लिखने की क्या जरूरत है? सही बात है, क्या फायदा इसका, है ना? क्या फायदा भाई? आंसर, ये एक फॉर्मल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है। जब कंपनीज या प्लेटफॉर्म जैसे लीड कोड या कोई डीएसए क्वेश्चंस लिखते हैं, तो वो एक फॉर्मल डेफिनेशन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बनाते हैं, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बनाते हैं जिससे प्रोग्रामर या कोड समझे, राइट? ये एन जो हम प्रॉब्लम में यूज कर रहे हैं, इसका एक्चुअल वैल्यू क्या है? ठीक है, ठीक है, ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम। Okay, so we are going to solve this problem. We have nothing, right? Nothing. Okay, so now we can solve this problem. Okay, so first solution, that is, you can use for loop, right? See, we should have at least two or three problems for each. I mean, we have at least two or three solutions for each problem, right? And that builds the, you know. Um, if we have multiple solutions, we can really drive the interviews, right? Because you can just impress the interviewer that you can think the, you can think on the multiple parts of the problem, right? So it is a good thing for having multiple solutions, right? And yeah, let's go then. What I can do is, yeah, basically my logic is, I'll just use a double loop, I mean nested loop. I'll take this element and count it. If I find the greater, if I find multiple times, let's see if it is a 4, I'll count it 4, and then go there. It is 3, I'll not count. I'll go there. I'll count from again here. It is 3. No, it is not greater than the previous count, right? So I'll not change it. So the more the sense will make when I write the code, right? So let's do this. Let I is equals to 0, I is less than, or maybe nums dot length, right, I plus plus, so 4, let j is equals to, again it will start from the 0, right, and nums dot length I, or not I, it should be j plus plus, right, and what I'll do is basically let max count, right, let count, right, I'll check if array of I equals to array of j, right? I'll just increase the count equals to not equals to count plus plus, and after loop, and after each loop I'll just say that max count equals to math dot max dot max, right? Which is max? Is it count or max count? I'll say. Okay, so I need to return the element, right? Using this I can, okay, so this logic I would get, using this logic I would get the max count, right? But here I have to return the element basically, right? Hmm. How do I do this then? How do I store the element? Instead of this, what I'll do, what I can do is, if mhm, and where would I, no, it will not work, it will not work. No, it will keep changing. I just need to get the elements, right? Instead of a mapping or something like that. I mean, I can definitely, you know, I do not understand. I'm get the element. I'm getting the count. I'll testing over here. Whatever the count is there, I'll just return the count. But I do not want count. But I want the element. But that I need kind of a mapping. But I guess without using any space as well, I can no. I can definitely do this. I don't know what's the problem. Let's give the not getting the logic basically right. I want to get to the solution. I want not solution. Sorry. I want you right. I want you to check the solution. No. I want you to correct and give me the majority. लेकिन तेरा कोड कुछ सिंटेक्स एरर और गप लॉजिक गैप्स ना पता है मुझे no I know my code come on it is also given this I must have forget or something like that or I was trying to remove in terms of improve the logic ah change this to value I'm not going to change all of it I'm not storing the actual majority element what if the max I don't know how to work if count is greater than max count it is asking me to show the max count is to count my hand is still not my hand is not working बताओ कैसे कैसे चलेगा रे दादा ऐसा कैसे चलेगा okay now let's do the length of line it not work I mean I want to understand what if the max count is correct oh yeah I was thinking on right oh wow I already told this I have already solved this bro come on come on I already solved it. I just go anyway it happens so yeah बवाली चीज़ है यार ऐसी ऐसी गलतियाँ कर रहा हूँ मैं क्या ही बताऊँ now I cannot even express what I am feeling currently but no worries it's a part of life so it happens okay so I have solved this one more solution but you know in between I was talking about the if we can use any hashing or any sort of so let's try using that only let's do a map right new map. Okay so what I'll do is basically I'll loop through it let the value of nums. We need indexing. क्या मुझे इंडेक्सिंग की ज़रूरत है. ये थोड़ा सोचना पड़ेगा कि क्या मुझे इंडेक्सिंग की ज़रूरत है. आई नीड टू थिंक अबाउट इट. तो इंडेक्सिंग क्या ज़रूरत है इसकी, क्योंकि मुझे सिर्फ वैल्यू चाहिए और उसका काउंट चाहिए ना. नो, आई रियली डोंट नीड टू. Yeah, let's see. If map dot has value, right, then what I'll do is map dot set value. I'll increase the count of it, right? So map dot get value, come on, value plus 1, right? And for the first time, right, I mean, let's say the map is empty and I need to put it, so I definitely I had to have else as well, right? So map dot set, if the set if the map is empty, right, so we need the condition, right? If the map is empty, I need to put it, right? So that is what I'm doing, value comma, and the count is going to be 1. And now I should have in the map, right, in the map I should have, let's take the example of this, right, I should have, 3 comma 2, which means 3 2 times, and 2 colon 1, which means 2 1 time. So by this after this loop I should have this, in my map. Okay, so according to this I should return the 3, because that is the key which is greater than the length of the uh, array divided by 2. Okay, let's try that. Key is here and value is here, off, right, off map. Yeah, so I'll check if key is greater than, maybe I can use over here, let maybe element count element, maybe, right, element math dot floor, maybe. No, I need a value now, because this is a value, right? Yeah, you need a value basically. The value is greater than nums dot. Okay, so I should be like this, nums dot length divided by 2. Okay, if it is greater than count element, what I'll do is I'll just return the maybe value. No, I should return key. So yeah, let's see. Unexpected. Okay, so something is not okay. अब काम करना चाहिए ये, एंड ये काम कर रहा है. 2 सॉल्यूशन हमने ऑलरेडी ढूंढ लिए हैं, राइट. एंड इसका टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी पिछले वाले से बेटर है, बिकॉज पिछली वाला जो सॉल्यूशन था वो बिग O ऑफ n स्क्वायर था, इसमें टाइम जो कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी है वो है बिग O ऑफ n, एंड इसका जो अपना जो टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी यानी कि जो स्पेस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी होती है, मतलब कि एक्सेसिंग, एडिंग, डिलीटिंग, विच इज़ ऑल बिग O ऑफ n, so no need to worry on that. And if we talk about the space complexity, it is again because we are storing each element, till the end, so it is a big O of n space complexity. Okay, so we have found the two solutions for the same problem, right? That's a good thing. And last time when I have solved, okay, so last time I have solved this question 18th of March, so which is more than 2 months, right? So it's a good thing that I can still remember this, right? Okay, no problem with that. And yeah, okay, it is working. I guess there was one more no solution of it, some algorithm, I guess. Let me just, oh yes. So this problem can be solved using Murray's voting algorithm intuition. Okay, so just understand this solution, I mean this algorithm. अतुल भाई, मूरेज वोटिंग एल्गोरिथम का इंट्यूशन समझ गया ना? तो तू मेजॉरिटी एलिमेंट, टाइम, बिग O ऑफ n और बिग O ऑफ n वन स्पेस में सॉल्व कर सकता है विदाउट यूजिंग एनी एक्स्ट्रा मैप और ऑब्जेक्ट और एरे। चल सॉल्यूशन नहीं देखेंगे, सिर्फ इंट्यूशन एक्सप्लेन करते हैं विद ड्राई रन और रियल लाइफ एक्सप्लेन। फाइंड द, हैं? क्या? अरे माची जला रही है, क्या है वो? ये तो हाथ जल जाएगा। फिर भी ये जल जाएगा ना, तो मान लो अभी नहीं जलाई हो। नौटंक करोगे ना, अभी मैं बोल रहा हूँ अभी नहीं जला रही हूँ, चुपके से जला लो फिर। क्या होता है, गाओ। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः। अच्छे से गाओ, ढंग से बैठ के गाओ, ऐसे नहीं पूजा करते हैं, आलती पालती मार के पूजा करते हैं। हाँ, ऐसे, और सिर पे चुन्नी ओढ़ के। देखो, मांगो इधर से लाओ, उधर कहीं से देखो। मम्मी जो ओढ़ी है वही ले आओ, मम्मी जो ओढ़ी है ना, मम्मी को काम नहीं है, जा ले आओ। हाँ तो सो रही है ना, उनका क्या काम है, जा ले आओ, जाओ। सो रही है, काम क्या है, कहीं जा थोड़ी रही है। जा मांग लो, बोलो मम्मी अब दे दूंगी आपको। you know Children play with theirs, with themselves, घर घर, you know so girls are, girls are very beautiful, quite cute, so yeah. Okay, beautiful in terms of cuteness I'm talking about, right? So yeah. Find the element that appears more than n by 2 times, so and you are guaranteed that one such element exists. Okay, कोर आइडिया ऑफ मूरेज वोटिंग एल्गोरिथम, वोट करने वाला गेम है। अच्छा जी, एक कैंडिडेट अज्यूम कर लेते हैं, और अगर कोई उसके अगेंस्ट होता है तो उसका वोट काउंट रिड्यूस कर देते हैं। अच्छा, तो ठीक है, ये कहना चाह रहा है कि एक बंदा है, वो वोट कर रहा है, ठीक है, दूसरा बंदा एक और वोट कर रहा है, तो अगर दूसरे बंदे ने वोट कर दिया तो उसका वोट कम हो जाएगा और इसका वोट बढ़ जाएगा, ठीक है। तो ऐसा ही कुछ है, मतलब स्टार्ट विद नो कैंडिडेट। अच्छा, आइट्रेट थ्रू द एरे, जब काउंट इक्वल हो 0 के, तुम करंट नंबर को नया कैंडिडेट बना लेते हो। अच्छा, एक सेकंड, let me understand this. Start with no candidate, okay, so yeah, initially there would be no candidate, okay, iterate through the array, जब काउंट 0 हो तुम करंट नंबर को नया कैंडिडेट बना लेते हो। अच्छा जी, अगर करंट नंबर कैंडिडेट के इक्वल है, अच्छा जी, तो कौन बढ़ा दो? अच्छा, मतलब कि वोटिंग करने वाला सेम ही नंबर है या सेम ही पर्सन है। ओके, तो काउंट बढ़ जाएगा। दूसरा को ये तो काउंट कम हो जाएगा। अच्छा, ड्राई रन कर लेते हैं। अच्छा, इंडेक्स 1 है जिस एरे पे, काउंट बढ़ गया, कैंडिडेट बढ़ गया। दूसरा आएगा सेम ही कैंडिडेट है, काउंट बढ़ गया। तीसरा आया, इस बार कैंडिडेट अलग है, राइट। पिछला जो कैंडिडेट था वो 2 था, तो कैंडिडेट अलग है तो काउंट कम हो गया। अगेन आप देखोगे तो काउंट कम हो जाना चाहिए, राइट। सो ऐसे करते करते एट द एंड 2 और 2 बचेगा, राइट। बिकॉज अगर हम देखें ये दो, राइट, ये दो आपस में काउंट क्या हो जाएंगे, 0 हो जाएंगे, राइट। ये so if we talk about at this point, so here we are, so we are here at, right, we are here, and if you see the count was 0 here till here, it becomes 0, and hey, क्या कर रही हो आप? ना, टिकट में है ही नहीं अवेलेबल। पता नहीं, सरकारी काम ऐसे ही होता है। आईआरसीटीसी पे चेक कर रहा था मैं, सरकारी काम साला एप्लीकेशन बनाया नहीं उन्होंने ढंग से। एक ही तो ट्रेन है पोरबंदर, है ही नहीं भाई। एक ही ट्रेन ही है जो गुड़गांव से होके आती है पोरबंदर। फंस गई है तो है। पता चलेगा टिकट कैसे को करी थी, मंद बुद्धि है। चलो कोई नहीं। हम्म, अरे किसी में नहीं हुआ। टोटल हियर काउंट इज 0, हम इंक्रीज करेंगे काउंट, राइट, and the candidate is count 1, so the count is 0, now new candidate becomes 1. Okay, so now if we see 2 and previous candidate was 1, right. And remember, whenever the count becomes 0, candidate changes, right. So finally if you see, it says not same, I mean count is become that becomes 0 here, right. Because when we compare this and this, do we compare this? No, we basically compare the previous elements, right. So the previous element is 1, right, and the current is also 1, right, which means current is there, previous is there, which means both are same. So it basically increases the count and makes the new candidate, right, and new candidate is 1, and it goes 2, and it checks the previous element. So again it becomes 0 because it does not match, right. It becomes 0 because it does not match, I mean the if you see both elements are not same, so we reduces the count, right. And when it reaches here, so the previous candidate is, because it is count is becomes 0, so new candidate also becomes 2, right. So the count, yeah, we compare this current and previous candidate, right. So it becomes count once. So if you see, right, if you see the majority element, automatically we get which is 2, right, because if you see how many times 2 is there? 2, 4. ठीक है, ठीक है जी. How many times 3 is there? So if we see 4 times 2 and 3 minus 3, 4 times 2 and 3 times 1. So if you do a minus 4, 4 4 minus 3 times, which becomes 1. So it automatically gives that 2 is larger. Yeah, do you see that 2 is a majority element? So based on this algorithm, we'll try to solve. We'll try to implement this algorithm. It was saying that let's start the candidate with null. There is no candidate, right? And let count as 0. So for value, let value of let value of nums. If you see, if value, no, not value, is if count is equals to 0, which means I'll make the new candidate. I'll make the new candidate, which means it is count. Oh no, it is value, right? And if it is not count, I'll increase the count plus equals to only when, right? Only when the current value and the candidate both are same. And if it is same, then I'll plus 1, else do a minus 1. Return the candidate. Let's see if it is working or not. Oh, it worked. It worked. I love this solution. Yeah. And in the next video, in the next solution, we'll solve this. It is a short colors and medium level questions, right? And we'll try solving this. So till then,